Today we will talk about becoming a profitable trader and basically the secret behind it. As becoming a profitable trader is probably one of the hardest things you will ever do and one of the most complicated things you will ever do. Because the only one you're facing during this time and during this challenge is yourself. And this is something that not a lot of people talk about, as it is such a hard journey, and pretty certain that not a lot of people as well that are making content online did not complete this journey yet, because they simply don't know what it takes to be a profitable trader, to be in this game every day, day in, day out, and basically go on these battles with yourself. I'm now approaching 6 years in the game, and I would say this is still very much rookie numbers compared to some other traders. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Got a beautiful office here, got a beautiful new car. I'm grateful to be able to go on amazing vacations. Yeah, the life is great, and I would wish it for everybody, but still I'm never recommending trading to anybody to start as a profession. And this is because I know how hard it is, the scars you will get, and basically the journey you will have to go on before you can even attempt to become a profitable or a consistent profitable trader. So today I will try and help you, for everyone that is interested in becoming a profitable trader, that is inside of this game, that is basically right now so far invested into the game that there is no way back. And for you, I'm here to help you out. I want to make more real, like just sitting down videos like this, just you and me talking, basically spitting the facts on how to actually beat this game. So let's get into it. If you would look at it, what makes it so hard to be profitable? If you just press buy or sell at the open, practically you have a 50% chance of winning. But of course, you will never win if you use that exact strategy, let alone win on the long run. So first of all, of course, you need a good strategy. That is like baby step one, right? You need a good strategy, because if you don't have a solid strategy, nothing else is going to work out. And that is what a lot of people think, okay, my psychology is lacking, or I'm just not seeing the trades right, or my sleep is off, that's why I lost. No, if your strategy is not right, that is literally baby step one, and then everything else is going to fall down if that one falls down. So strategy needs to be like a rock. Your strategy needs to be solid, and you need to have data to prove this. This had to be done without me saying it already, so don't consider that as a step one. But step two, or maybe step one, is really try and get to a place where you're only taking trades that are inside of your strategy. I got this question a lot of times this week actually, and they asked me, okay, how do you filter out the good from the bad trades? And my answer for this was pretty obvious and pretty easy as well. I just said, okay, I know what to look for my trade. I know my trading criteria, and the art of filtering out the bad trades from the good ones is just ignoring everything else. You often think, okay, I took a bad trade because XYZ, and my strategy is not working this time. That could be the case. Of course, there are still probabilities. What you often see, or what I often see in my trading losses, is that I'm taking losses because I'm ignoring my strategy. I'm ignoring the criteria. I'm just missing off one point or adding an extra point. Things that I shouldn't do, right? Things that I shouldn't do. So that is step number one. Really focus in on your strategy and start only taking trades that are inside of your strategy, and ignore everything else. Literally, the setup could look as good as possible, like the most amazing thing that you've ever seen, right? It's almost like a red Ferrari. No, I like black ones. You're still not taking it because you are being responsible with your money, and you're driving your car until it cannot be driven anymore, right? That's a bit how you should see it. Coming to the next thing, being responsible with your money. Of course, it's a given, right? Be responsible with your money, especially when you're a trader, when you are in the financial space. You should know a thing or two about money, especially whenever you are taking trades as well. See it as investments. They are investments at the end of the day. You're taking positions from A to B. If it is not worth putting your money on the line, why are you doing it? Why are you pursuing low value trades? Why are you pursuing low probability trades? That's the second thing. Really start focusing on these high probability trades, coming back to the previous step, right? Only take trades within your plan. Now, of course, you can always add like a B setup, like a C setup. That's fine, but not right now. Not in the stage you are in right now. First, you need to learn how to make money. Then you can start adding other fancy stuff like that. So now we are really coming to the bit of the psychology. Why you're losing and why you're not consistently profitable yet. If you have your strategy figured out, if you're only taking trades that are in your strategy and you're still losing, there is something up. Most probably it comes down to how are you acting around losers? How are these losers affecting you? Are they affecting you well? Meaning you're not caring that much about them? Or are they basically, I always call it opening up the box of Pandora. Whenever you lose a trade, it shouldn't affect you that much. And people always say trade emotionless. Side note, that's not possible. You cannot turn off your emotions. So you need to learn how to deal with them. That's the better solution here. So you need to learn how to deal with your emotions, because you have two sides of your brain, the logical part and the emotional part. Now, whenever you are analyzing your trades, whenever you're analyzing your charts, you're using your logical part, right? Everything makes sense. You're doing everything according to plan. Everything works out fine. But whenever you're inside of a position, and if you over risk, or if you are not used to trading the money, the amounts of money that you're trading right now. Anyway, if you are getting triggered by something, your emotional brain takes over. And whenever your emotional brain takes over, basically your logical one is out the window. You're just going to take trades for the sake of taking trades. Because your emotional brain does not know good trade equals money, bad trade equals no money, losing money even, right? It just knows trade equals money. And money equals getting close to my goal, getting close to financial freedom, getting close to quitting my job that I hate so much, whatever. Your emotional side doesn't know this. Your logical side knows this, but your emotional side doesn't. You need to find a way to be smart with it. You need to find a way to get around it. Because working on this issue will take a lot of time. It will take you years on years on years to become a much calmer and a much more professional trader. And it will take you a long time to know how to deal with these emotions. So you have to be smart with it and trade around it. First thing that you can do is create a checklist for your strategy. You know how to trade your strategy, but also make a checklist so that you know how to follow it step by step and you're not doing anything else outside of that checklist. Use alerts wisely, right? Michael, a student from my program, I talked about this with him today, and he started using alerts just to overcome him over trading basically and taking positions that he shouldn't be taking. And I almost applauded him for this, because this is exactly what you need to do. You need to find solutions to trade around it, to be smarter than your emotional brain, because your logical brain can create structures. It can create a system for you to follow, so that when your emotional brain tries to hijack your process, you're not letting it, because you're just following a structure. You're just following routines, and you're just waiting for your alert to go off. You're just waiting for the next checkbox to get hit. And I think that's the secret of becoming a profitable trader, is just how well are you at handling your emotions, and how well are you prepared of your emotional brain to take over. How good are you at taking losses? Are you getting mental after you've taken a loss? I've had so many mentees telling me, oh, I hate losses, I hate taking losses, and this is completely normal, because where we come from, especially in the Western world, and not even the Western world, in Asia and the eastern part of the world is even worse, right? You're coming out of a place where winning is the only option. And don't get me wrong, winning is the only option. But bringing this mentality to trading, you are in the wrong space, right? Because winning is not the only option. It is probabilities. Sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right. But you're not always winning, that's a guarantee. So if you then think to win every single position that you take, it's going to come back hard at you, right? Because this is going to be a very, very difficult task to win every position, if not impossible, right? You're always going to lose a position. Even if you have a 99% win rate, you're still losing one position every 100, right? And believe me, you're not going to have a 99% win rate. Realistically, it's going to be anywhere between 35 and 50%, right? So you have to endure 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 losses in a row sometimes. That's just what it is. That's a probability game. And how you are able to handle those losses is really going to determine the place your career is going to evolve into. So learning how to lose is going to be your biggest objective to overcome. And learning how to lose and becoming a good loser in a sense is really the secret of becoming a profitable trader. And how can you learn how to lose is start by journaling. That's a given, right? Start by journaling your trades and just see, okay, I lost X amount of trades, but I was still profitable at the end of the month. I lost 5 trades in a row, but then I still made everything back in the 2 trades after. I lost 1 trade, but then I won 4 trades in a row afterwards. Things like this, they really boost your confidence. Same for me, I had a massive losing streak in June. I can't remember the exact number, it was between 12 and 16 trades. I can't remember the exact number because duplicating some trades on different accounts. That's why. This was a very difficult time for me, but what made me very proud of myself as a trader is that I did not make a single mistake psychologically wise. Every trade was in my plan. Every trade was a trade that I could defend why I took it. Was every trade a good trade? That was not the case. I'm not saying that. Sometimes there were mistakes made due to being nonchalant, right? Not being on the charts on time, just missing trades, just having the wrong direction because I did not do my analysis properly. Things like this. But I did not overtrade. I did not revenge trade. I did not scale in, scale out. I did not do any of these stuff. And in the last 5 years that I traded, I really learned how to lose because I lost a lot. I also told this to Michael today, and I said there are two types of traders. One is very risk averse and one is very aggressive at risk. And I was in the second one. And I still maybe am in the second one. I'm not afraid to lose, like whatsoever, because I know we'll win in the end. And this is a very good attitude to have. Look at where I am right now. I'm doing well for myself, and something that I couldn't even think of a couple of years ago, that it would really be a reality. That was always my goal, but that it would actually work, who would have thought, right? And this is not to brag, but maybe just a little bit of self-reflection for you guys, or motivation from it will all be alright. Even if you are taking 7 trades a day, risking 1% and 2% on every single position, blowing challenge after challenge. If you're not getting it already, I was talking about myself, you can still get the office, you can still get the car, you can still make the money. And yeah, for me, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. My girlfriend is always so proud of me, and I love her to bits for that. But when she returns the question, are you proud of yourself, I rarely ever say yes. And I notice that is a bit of a difficult moment for myself, and also opening up to you guys about this, but being grateful for the steps that you've made already is also very important to becoming the top of the top traders. Not even a trader, but anything in life. Because if you're not doing this, you will always chase the next bag. And this is definitely something that you want to stay away from in trading, chasing that next bag, because you need to do it very risk averse if you want to make it work. And of course not too risk averse, because then you will never make progress. But you can't rush into things. And if you're always chasing that next bag, if you're always chasing that next monthly target, if you're always chasing that next payout, then it will become very difficult for you. So I had to return to the drawing board basically after the losing streak. And that's something else that you always have to do as a trader. Always return to the drawing board. Never ever stop learning. Never ever stop improving yourself. I had a good look in the mirror and I thought to myself, okay, do you really want this? Do you really want to get out of this? Because I was starting to doubt myself. A 16 trade losing streak, who wouldn't, right? But then after that look in the mirror, I was certain that the next trade was going to be a win, and it was, luckily enough. But I went back to the drawing board and I had a look, okay, how can I improve my risk management? How can I improve my profit taking to prevent things like this in the future, so that my winning streaks are still good in place, but my losing streaks are not that large as they are right now. And I did that. And now it is time for me to scale massively. I'm confident that it's going to work. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to document about it or trade-wise going to show you about it, as I don't want to put myself on a spot and under pressure. But believe me, when I hit it, and I will give you updates, make videos about it, but when I hit it, you will know. I want to try and show you with this that, yes, I'm telling you this, but trading always comes first for me. I'm not doing anything that could affect my trading results whatsoever. If your other trading YouTuber is sharing this, doing this live, good for him. Maybe he's at a whole different ballgame than I am. Maybe he's way more experienced, or maybe he's way more seasoned than I am with the psychology. But trading wise, I will always put my own best interests first before thinking about even sharing it on YouTube. Well, this was a big rant about everything basically under the sun. I hope you still got something from it. It is a bit of a raw talk, and it's just a bit one-on-one talking, you and me. But still, I hope you get something from this. In the end, the best loser wins, and you should really always approach trading like this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye guys.